and the international standards such as ILO, UNESCO recommendations concerning the status of teachers. Labag din ito sa mga batas including jurisprudence na nagpoprotekta sa kalayaang magpahayag ng mamamayan, online man o offline. Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I would like to ask questions about the learning losses dito. Madam Chair, sinabi ng Pangulong Marcos Jr. sa kanyang SONA nitong Hulyo, learning recovery will be at the forefront of our education agenda. Alam din natin na nakakabahala ang learning poverty sa bansa. Batay na rin sa World Bank report na 90% ng mga batang Pilipino ay hindi na rin nakakabasa sa edad na 10. Ngayon, paano po ito tinutugunan ng panukalang 714 billion budget ng DepEd sa susunod na taon? Ano po ang mga components ng program ninyo dito, Madam Chair?
Madam Chair, Yusek Gonong will answer the question.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. The Department of Education is implementing a National Learning Recovery Program. And under the National Learning Recovery Program, we have the National Reading Program, the National Mathematics Program, the National Science and Mathematics Program. We have just launched the National Learning Camp during the end of school year break.
Madam Chair, correct me if I'm wrong, yung National Learning Camp sa pagtatapos ng school year sa ilalim ng NLRP ay voluntary at hindi pinupondohan ng DepEd. Tama ba?
It's Madam Chair, it's voluntary for teachers and for students, Your Honor. But we have funded it. We've given program support funds for schools that implemented the National Learning Camp. We also have provided meals expenses for teachers who volunteered in the program.
Madam Chair, saan po specific kinuha yung pondo para dyan? Kasi magkano ang nakalaan halimbawa sa Early Language Literacy and Numeracy Sub-Program? Or nadagdagan ba ang budget para dito?
Kinuha po namin sa Basic Education Curriculum Funds.
Madam Chair, 81.6 million lang ang pondo para sa Early Language Literacy. Tama po ba? That was last, Hindi po ito
Yes, po.
nadagdagan. Saan nyo kinuha yung iba pa?
Madam Chair, Yusek po will answer.
Sorry,
Sige.
ELLN has a separate line item budget, ma'am, and that is 81 million pesos.
Yes, Madam Chair, yun yung Early Language Literacy and Numeracy. Sinabi nyo kanina, under the National Learning Camp, di ba? So, ang pondo ay nanggaling saan particular? Sabi nyo sa DepEd, magkano yun?
It came from BEC, ma'am, Basic Education Curriculum Funds, and GMMS.
Yun. Madam Chair, sa National Literacy Policies and Programs, magkano ang budget dito?
That is 20 million, Your Honor.
20 million. Again, Madam Chair, magkano yung sa BEC? Galing?
4 billion, Your Honor.
4 billion. Madam Chair, kung pag-uusapan natin tong learning losses, enough po ba itong ginagawa para ma-address? And enough po ba yung line items ninyo dyan sa DepEd para ma-address itong learning losses or mataas nating learning poverty?
Of course, Your Honor, it is not enough. But just like what the Vice President and Secretary said, there are also other items that the government needs to fund.
Madam Chair, kung pag-uusapan natin kung wala yung sa BEC na funding, at least yung 81.6 million, total lang yan, halos 105 million pag isusuma natin. Wala pa sa 1% ng kabuuang DepEd budget. Mas malaki pa po yung 150 million confidential fund ng DepEd Secretary dyan, Madam Chair. Kaya parang ang question po natin, paano sasabihin na nasa forefront o unahan ng education agenda ang learning recovery? Madam Chair, dapat yung sa literacy programs na lang, ilaan natin, no? Kung ganun din lang, kung kinakailangan pala natin ng pondo dyan, Madam Chair.
Apo, apo, apo. Madam Chair, when we roll out our national math program, national science program, and national reading programs, they are tucked into the regular classes of students, so they wouldn't need extra funds for those.
So you're thinking, Madam Chair, na ito ay extra funds? Kaya hindi nyo rin pinadagdagan yung 81.6 million na pondo for early language literacy and numeracy?
Ma'am, the
it's the
early
problem?
language, Your Honor, the early language literacy and numeracy is a separate line item budget from the basic education curriculum funds.
Yes, ang tanong ko po kasi naka-remain siyang ganun, di ba? Hindi naman siya dinagdagan. Kahit na sinasabi natin na may learning losses tayo, na kailangan natin ng ganito, etc.
There are other programs, Your Honor, that address learning recovery, not just ELLN. That's why we have in the basic education curriculum our reading program, our math program, our science program, and our national learning camp.
Pero Madam Chair, ang literacy programs kasi nilalaanan natin para maraming bata yung matulungang magbasa. As I understand, no, yun po dapat yung nandoon, ano, hindi para gamitin sa kung ano pa man, di ba? Para po sa pagbabasa. So, dahil sinasabi niyo na meron naman kayong NRP, NSP, which is in the regular, ano, pero meron kang learning losses na inaayos eh. So, Madam Chair, dapat ito sana yung binigyan natin ng mas mataas na pondo. And Madam Chair, yun lang po. Gusto kong sabihin na yung 150 million nga, ito 105 million lang eh. Baka pwede ilagay dito kung ganun yung kinakailangan, Madam Chair. Anyway, on to my next question, Madam Chair. Ito po ay tungkol sa DepEd Order number 49, which was released in November 2, 2022. Ito po nakalagay, familiar po kayo dito, no? Ito ay sinasabi na it promotes professionalism in the DepEd, kailangan dumaan sa formal channels without resorting to any political or third-party intervention or accommodation. At employees and officials of the DepEd shall not disparage DepEd and must always be mindful of the reputation and honor of the organizations. May mga inimpose na legal restrictions. Must consider pala the legal restrictions imposed by existing statutes, rules, and etc. Ang question ko po dito, kung sa federation, organization, union, nagpaabot ng reklamo o grievance, bawal po ba?
Madam Chair, Yusek Poa will answer the question.
Your Honor, hindi naman po bawal to answer the question po. Hindi po bawal na ipaabot sa unions because meron naman po tayong continuing dialogue with associations and our teachers' unions po.
Kung sa Congress po nagpaabot, congressperson nagpaabot ng reklamo o grievance, bawal po ba?
Hindi po natin pinagbabawal, Madam Chair, kahit kanino sila magpaabot, if I may answer completely. Ang gusto lang po natin is, kasi po, meron po tayong grievance procedures sa DepEd at any employee, mas maganda na pag may problema, mas diretso yung, kumbaga, remedies niya ay masabi na niya kaagad. But again, we are discouraging them from doing so para lang po mas mabilis nating matugunan yung problema, but hindi naman po natin pinagbabawal, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, kung sa congressman or congresswoman nagreklamo o yung grievance pinadaan through SOCMED, bawal ba?
Again, Madam Chair, hindi po natin pinagbabawal. But we have to understand that DepEd has to be free from any form of politicization, for example. But again, hindi natin pinagbabawal po yan. They can do that, but we discourage that because, Madam Chair, yung susumbungan nila, siguro nasa kabilang opisina na lang nila. So siguro po, mas mabilis nating matutugunan kung dumiretso na po sila as per our procedures. But again, Madam Chair, to answer the question, hindi po namin pinagbabawal.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Gusto ko lang i-point out na walang specific law, rule, banning public employees from airing grievances, right? Through SOCMED or through any venue for that matter. At wala ring specific law defining formal channels or stating what channel is appropriate and which is not, 'di ba? Kasi po gusto ko lang, Madam Chair, ipagdiinan this expands and even exceeds the limits of number 1, the 1987 Constitution, the Code of number 2, the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. Number 3, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. Number 4, the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. And the international standards such as ILO, UNESCO recommendations concerning the status of teachers. Labag din ito sa mga batas, including jurisprudence, na nagpoprotekta sa kalayaang magpahayag ng mamamayan, online man o offline. Kahit sa panahon ng eleksyon, kung kailan mas stricto ang generally mas stricto sa atin ang rules eh. Hindi bawal
Please
ang
wrap up,
opinion.
Your
Yes,
Honor.
Madam Chair, hindi bawal ang opinion at diskusyon tungkol sa social, economic, political issues, content-based restrictions and censorship ito sa freedom of speech na pinagbabawal sa saligang batas. Madam Chair, hindi pwedeng mag-exceed ng ganon. So kung sinasabi
Thank you very much.
ni USEC POA na hindi naman ipinagbabawal, dapat klaro po yun doon. Proper channel, sinasabi ninyo, pero wala pong batas na magbibigay kapangyarihan sa isang public official na limitahan ng isang tao kung saan lang siya pwedeng magreklamo. Walang ganong regulation, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Representative Rosas.